People are constantly asking me for a budget-friendly but still somehow decent power supply for their budget-oriented builds, and this EVGA 600W2 and the EVGA 600W1 are very interesting options. I don't know and I do not have capabilities to review power supplies, but from my experience, the build quality of these units is pretty good, and in this video I'm just going to quickly unbox it and take a look what we have inside. It's not the best power supply, it also not the best efficiency, but it is a very good power supply for the price, which can be varying from 35 to 45 euros. So let's take a look at the box, and here you see the plain print. Here we have some information. This is nothing, this is nothing, this is nothing, and on the back side we have the specification. So what is interesting here is that the power supply is only designed for a European network. It is from 200 to 240 volts. It is not going to work in American networks or any other network if you have fluctuations between 200 and 240 volts. What I like here is that we have maximum output on plus 12 volts rail 49 amperes. This is a very good value for the budget power supply, and we are getting up to 588 watts on the plus 12 volts. As far as I know, this power supply has only one 12 volts rail, so it is possible to suck these 588 watts from one cable, and you don't need to bother to overload one or the other rail. Here is some extra specification about what cables we have inside, some efficiency information, so it is not as good as 80 plus gold, but efficiency and quality are two different things. The power supply is not very efficient, but it still might be of an okay quality. Let's open it up and take a look what we have inside the box. Okay, inside the box it all looks like this. We have this EVGA manual, so even though the power supply is a super budget unit, we're still getting somehow comprehensive manual and again specific specs information for the 600 and 500 watt units. And here comes the power supply itself. Here we have extra compartment, we have a power cord. Also a good thing, because not all budget power supplies are coming with power cord, so it's very good that EVGA is including the power cord. And also we have these small bags with 4 screws to screw in the power supply, which is also a nice touch. Not all budget power supplies have that. So the power supply itself, it is in this bubble wrap, which is somehow protecting it from the scratches and other shake damage. Let's remove this piece. Taking the power supply out of this is pretty simple, but I like to keep these ones for future reuse. Here the power supply itself, some barcodes, pin codes, whatever, and here we can see the specification. Again, same thing, this 49 amperes on 12 volts is rather important. This is how it looks like from the fan side. There we have a specification again. From the back side we also have the switch, which is also nice. Not all budget power supplies have the switch at all, and there you can see some components. I'm not gonna open it up because I don't want to lose warranty for this unit, and because I simply don't know what to tell about these components, what is good, what's bad. So from the cables, let's take a look what we have for the cables. Removing this strap. And of course we have the 20+4 pin for the motherboard. Then we have 4+4 for the CPU. For VGA, this one comes for VGA. We have only one cable, which has 2 connectors, 6+2. I would strongly not recommend to use these for any graphics cards which require 2 8-pin power connectors, but 2 6-pin should be okay, or 1 8-pin shall be okay. Then we have 3 more cables. One comes, or rather 2 of them are for SATA connectors. So we have 2 SATA, which each of them has 3 SATA connectors, so it's total possible to connect 6 SATA drives, and one which has 2 standard Molecs and 1 legacy for floppy drives. Not sure who needs it, but maybe it's nice to have it. So that's basically it. I have assembled about a few dozens computers using these EVGA power supplies, and so far none has failed. But of course, I'm always taking care not to overload the power supply with the way too powerful components. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.